Good morning, Zenon, the alchemist, and it's about 9:30 in the morning, beautiful sunny morning in Avalon here in my little caravan. And I'm going to jump right in this morning and try to record some of the writings, the vast writings that I have consummated in this 6-month period, and give you some of the recent thing. This is scooped off the top, so to speak. The material hasn't been final edited, and it's cryptically written, so it'll be a very spontaneous reading, but I feel it's important to calibrate some of the symbolic codes of this Bardic, I call them song lines, this rhyming script of the mysteries of the Grail, the sword, and the stone. I'm going to bring forward, as I do most best spontaneously, the mystery of the Grail, the sword, and the stone. The Grail represents the context of one gold ring of sovereignty, and inside that ring, encircling on the inside, is the unified field. Let us call it 0-1 principle. And in that 0-1 principle, we could say, is the adjective of the threefold flame, love, the coalescing power of all the universe. This universe and all of creation is based on the frequency of love to begin. So in that unified field is the power of the imagination to see in images of light and to correspond through divine imagination and create accordingly. So what we see is truly what we get. And as we learn to savor that nectar, so to speak, and build accordingly to universal law, we can externalize and assist what I term the planetary plan, the blueprint plan for the new earth. And in that golden ring of sovereignty, we ask for assistance to all the divine beings and hierarchies of light and all the great ones who have gone before to assist the planet's evolutionary phase. These beings are behind the veil in a higher dimensional body, what I call the 5th dimension. They're beings of light, and they've done the work here and transcended into a higher dimensional school. Very important to recognize this, especially in this cosmology, because that's what we call in as the assistance of the hierarchies of light. And around our golden ring of sovereignty, the first ring, we put the violet all-consuming fire of divine love, which is an Aquarian dispensation to assist us in purifying the dross. So on the outside of a ring, we put the past. On the inside of a ring, the present, future that we coalesce. So when we're having negative or challenging circumstances, we're constantly putting the thought forms on the outside and allowing them to be consumed by the power of divine love and forgiveness and these flames, these fires. They're techniques. They work. I qualify through the great I Am. I'm calling in the violet all-consuming fire to burn 24/7 and to be held by the masters and elders of the race. But I'm not alone. I'm being held in this new crucible. The second ring represents the sword Excalibur, the vertical axis, the great eye coming in through the chakra system, descending through the lattice, as above, so below, as within, so without, to establish the will. Actually, it's a wisdom ray. It separates wheat from chaff. And by using this blue-white fire, diamond fire, we clarify what belongs to the old and what belongs to the new, what belongs to the devolutionary spiral and what belongs to the evolutionary spiral. Here we make a choice, and we stand by our choice to serve the ascending evolutionary spiral moving towards the new earth. In this clarification of our choice, we set up a divine matrix of causality, a more powerful understanding that belongs to the inner spiritual world or the invisible world. So we have light in the beginning, and this is the wisdom that we need. Love not gathered by wisdom is the innocence of the child that will, if given matches, burn down the house. We must make conscious choices here as we become older and wiser. And in this discernment, we learn to move towards the new and let go of fear. So we're dissolving the boundary of fear and illusion that's contained in the genetic memory. So this is the mystery of the power of the sword, or the sacred word. And the word shall set us indeed free. Or indeed, in a very large sense, we've lost the power or understanding of the power of the word and our thought forms. We're constantly creating with universal substance. But the great I is impersonal, and the small I, the personal me. The small me needs to get an education from the higher self, but without asking for this relationship, this recalibration. The work is truly inside of you. And this ray, so we have love, wisdom, power, 1, 2, 3. This is how the divine calibration of these rings work. And the stone is the mystery of sacred tone, sound. So in the 3 rings we have light and sound and language, the 3 components of creation itself, because we're constantly creating in these fields. We see out here, we learn to see inside, in a higher dimensional frequency from the oneness. We start in 1 with the first ring. We move to navigating duality through 2, which is the Excalibur, through the power of the word and our inner dialogue, ID, our true identity. And thirdly, we access through sound, and that's where all the musicians, they ride that sound wave. So in those 3 rings, we begin our story. And the story is about the Emerald Grail and about the tree in the center of the world. These emerald records of the art, ERA, are the teachings transcribed by hand in these written books. I call them scripts. And I Am represents a new school, the I at the top in the divine pyramid of light, and the AM, art and magic, which sums up art being the creative art of heart, and magic the laws of manifestation. We speak here of the Emerald Grail tree of unity. This Emerald Grail, which is one of the great secrets, represents the secrets of the Emerald records of Thoth and Hermes Trismegistus. As we penetrate the mysteries written in the occult and esoteric or secret sciences, we understand there are keynotes and names, which is the name, which is the methodology of the 4th ring. So the Emerald Grail tree invites you to the field of unity inside the one Grail ring, to establish your sovereignty that was in the beginning. Let's have some tree under our tree. This is dedicated to my godson, Nicholas Song, because these are the song lines of creation, a new creation story. This one golden ring has the potential to make you sing. The teachings, this is very important, are given for free, by contribution, so that we erase the old hierarchy of some have and some have not. It's a giving and receiving matrix of causality. This I'll go back to and do another transcription on, because this is very important to understand how the hierarchy of money works. This invokes the field of unity, which is one from the original central sun. This is a solar cosmology. The sun is in the center. All is discovered newly on the inside. Really, we're establishing the alchemical wedding, the wedding of the sun principle, which is the solar principle, and the moon, which is the water magnetic principle, which is the body, which is water, the secret of water, records everything, as we know, and establishes in the field your divine intention. These are the original manuscripts written by hand forever, and this is the establishment of a new cosmology of light and sound and language. So when you invoke the I Am, which is the fifth ring, the great I Am, and so it becomes an impersonal sense, bringing in of the field. So when I say, I am the one world tree of unity, I am the one world tree of unity, it establishes itself